Hey, welcome everyone to this week's Lotus Lounge. It's April 8th, 2024. As usual, I'm Chad B. I'm joined by the very, very lovely Keri B. Coco B somewhere, and on the cats, as you know. We're getting a little bit of a later start than we anticipated today, a little few minutes behind what we were thinking, but let's get going. So, Keri, this week we're talking about what is the future of the beauty industry? This is a great question. There's a little bit of an overview for people since we're getting more folks watching and interested. I think this is a really good topic this week. So the beauty industry is not going anywhere. That's important to know because people are innately driven towards their own personal aesthetics and the continued desire to look and feel younger. I think we see that all around us. But where is the beauty industry headed? And Keri, do you have any quick insights on that?
Well, Chad, I think past and current,
Mhm.
the trend has been med spas. It has been what med spas offer
Mhm.
in terms of anti-aging, but I have seen a very subtle shift in the perceptions and the feelings surrounding what is beauty, what is beauty truly. And
Mhm.
there's this new appreciation for what's natural and what's organic and what's real. I'll
Yeah,
emphasize what's real.
real.
And so I have seen this shift happening for some time, but it's going to it's that shift is going to
Gain
pivot even
momentum.
more. Yeah, it's going to take hold for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and you and I have discussed this many times, and we've actually developed our business concept around it and redeveloped and tweaked and adjusted. And we're definitely steered that way because that's, as you said, it's subtle, but it's changing, it's shifting. And, we want to be on the forefront of it. So I'm proud of that. So, in relation to this, we're going to go over the top 5 trends that you can expect to get more popular in the upcoming years. So, Keri, the first one is wellness integration. So, what do
Yes.
we mean by wellness integration?
Wellness integration basically means that the boundary between wellness and beauty is starting to blur. It's becoming one.
Hmm.
Consumers are beginning to understand that how they look truly reflects how they feel. And it's becoming increasingly popular to combine wellness treatments and lifestyle choices with your beauty regimen.
Hmm.
So clients, my personal feeling is that clients are going to expect their estheticians to know more.
Hmm.
Um, how do I take care of my skin inside and out? So for any of you estheticians out there, I highly encourage you to start learning about nutrition and lifestyle and how that affects your skin.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. This also entails, yes, topical products, using topical products that contain ingredients that promote overall wellness. And these ingredients are not at the bottom of the ingredient listing, they're at the top, meaning they're concentrated. This is like a meal for your skin rather than being reversed. Reversed is a lot of the over the counter products you find, all the functional ingredients are at the top, and all the good stuff is towards the bottom because let's just face it, that's how they charge lesser
Yeah.
prices, right?
Lesser prices or lesser quality.
Yes, it reduces the quality, but it also
Hmm.
reduces the price, right? Um,
Although,
and so
they still may be charging a lot for something that's not very as effective. So, anyway, sorry.
well, good point, Chad.
Hmm.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That doesn't necessarily mean that the price is lower.
Hmm.
You're basically paying for pretty packaging,
Hmm. Yeah.
but
And a name.
and a name and a brand and great marketing, great marketing. Um, so I'll just give you some example of these ingredients. I'm talking about herbal extracts,
Hmm.
essential oils, probiotics, CBD, who hasn't heard of that, fulvic minerals, etc.
Okay.
And like I said, those ingredients being at the top, I can't emphasize that enough. And then last, I just want to mention that further combining treatments such as infrared sauna, red light therapy, energy therapies like Reiki, these will be implemented into beauty, more what used to be considered beauty treatments.
Yeah. Yeah, because you alluded, or you mentioned it before, how you look is how you feel, but also how you feel can be how you look. The inner, the outer, it's all very interrelated. And at the core, I just want to say at the core of that probably is nutrition.
That's the foundation for everything.
Yeah, it's the foundation for everything. And years ago, it's getting better in the medical world, but a lot of them used to say it doesn't matter as much as about what you eat, but yes, it does. And that's becoming more and more known, and it's taking time. But so anyway, that's the first. So the first was wellness integration, and the second is digitalization, AI, and biocommunication. And so why are we talking about this, Keri?
So these are new, not so new technologies. I've noticed on certain websites that you have features where you can try makeup on, and you don't have to be present at the makeup counter. I think this really exploded, after COVID or during COVID and beyond. This is like post-COVID years where you're going to have more digitalization and company to consumer buying. So in other words, you can buy your products right off online. You can even get help. You can get consultation even online in terms of what skincare products are right for your skin type. And also you see a lot of, I think you will see more AI integration when it comes to personalized skincare regimens. And so that's when AI is going to maybe take over a little bit and be useful for those type of services. And last is the biocommunication, where you're personalizing someone's wellness plan based on biocoherence and how energetically your body responds. And this is something that we just recently started to implement, our Zyto Bioscan, which we're super excited about. But I mean, we implemented this because we do see where the future is heading. And we do see what is going to be of value to our clients now and in the future.
Yeah, and I have to say, so far I've been really impressed with the Zyto Bioscan. It really gives some tremendous insights, and they're validated by what we see from other tests too, like blood tests and things like that. They're pretty on spot, and it's incredibly affordable and incredibly powerful. So it's going to be a tremendous insight. Yeah, so I've been impressed. Okay, so wellness integration was first. Digitalization, AI, and biocommunication was second that we just went over. And third is inclusivity and diversity. So this sounds like a political statement, Keri, but it really isn't. So
I didn't mean it to be, honestly, yep. Chad.
Just a little joke.
That's just a term that people understand nowadays.
Exactly.
Again, post-COVID terminology, I guess. But there is a growing demand for beauty products that cater to all skin tones, especially your darker skin tones. I feel like, they've been left out in a lot of ways because there's so many products on the market today or treatments that are risk factors for these people, this group of people. So there's such a need, and brands that embrace this in their product knowledges are going to be ahead. As we as we know, we have our Bical microcrystal derma infusion treatment that is for all skin types, but we want to say, hey, this is a micro needling alternative for your darker skin complexions without the adverse risks that are typically involved. We don't need to artificially treat your skin with lighteners and such to make sure that that risk factor doesn't present itself. So I think this is huge for the skincare industry because it shows that these are safe treatments. These work with the body.
Yeah, and I've been surprised with how many times we've come across somebody with a darker skin complexion that has not been informed adequately elsewhere that microneedling may not be suitable for them, or there can be risk with certain things because it's not as compatible with their tone. You know, so this is powerful stuff. This is very powerful stuff. Okay, so that was the third. 4. Hey, 4. Clean skincare. Yeah, clean skin's clean. My turn to jumble over my words. Clean skincare. Keri, what do we mean by clean skincare?
So clean skincare goes hand in hand with clean eating, clean foods. So basically, we're looking for skincare that is free of synthetic toxic chemicals that we know are so damaging to our health, especially the hormonal endocrine system. These products, we'll call them unclean products. I don't know. They drive inflammation. They are known to be toxic, but also imbalancing to our systems. So yeah, I think this is actually probably going to drive the industry in so many ways. This would probably be first. I should have made this one number 1 because
this really is probably on the front edge leading.
It is on the front end. Yes, it is on the front end.
Yeah, and you know, we have our own, as folks know, we have our, all the credit goes to you over there. That way, everything's backwards to me. I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. Give me time. You've developed our Evolve skincare line around this concept, clean skincare, because it is, and you're incredibly discerning and picky, the highest quality stuff, regardless of cost. It's incredibly high quality. It's incredibly effective, and it's incredibly clean. It's also, you know, in relation to skin types, it's good for all skin types too. So, anyway.
And Chad, let me interject that all the good ingredients are at the top.
Oh, they are.
And the functional ingredients are more at the bottom.
Oh, well, that's the way it's supposed to be, isn't it? Just unless you go into the big shopping mall and see this. Yeah, okay. The way it's not supposed to be on a lot of the stuff. So, okay. So that was the 4th. So we've done wellness integration, digitalization, AI, and biocommunication, inclusivity and diversity. 3. Yeah, I'm holding a pen. This is hard. 4, clean skincare. And 5. This is interesting. Less plasticized beauty and more natural beauty. I think I know where you're going with this, but where are you going with this?
Well, I think this is the subtle shift I'm talking about. People are going to go back to appreciating natural beauty and noticing, especially if somebody is famous and they have money and they haven't taken that money to go to their plastic surgeon and enhance themselves. I think people look at that like, wow, they have the money to do it. But wow, notice how natural and beautiful she is and how, how her inner light, her inner personality is shining through.
Oh, it
And
is.
that is what is going to be looked at and appreciated, rather than, wow, her lips are so full. Wow, she can't, like, she has like no lines on her face. She looks kind of like enhanced. I mean, you do have these thoughts when you see, especially people that are in the limelight, they have money.
Yeah.
And I think the less fake someone is, the more beautiful they're going to be and appreciated, and also appreciated for who they are inside as a person, but also respected as a professional, as a mother, as a wife.
Yeah.
And these are going to become those virtuous, um, I don't know, how can I say, Chad, those
Symbols.
virtuous aspects of a person. Yeah.
Well, you have a good comparison. We talked about good comparison before, like somebody, folks that have been around for a while. I'm not saying they're old, but I mean, because we've seen folks that we know that are famous in movies, print, TV, whatever. You mentioned Madonna versus Elle Macpherson. I mean, there's a great contrast. And if folks don't know what we're talking about, just take a look. I mean, you know it when you see it a lot of times. But anyway, I think, okay, so that's the fifth. Those are the 5 good ones. So let's go over those again real fast. So everybody remembers wellness integration, digitalization, AI, and biocommunication, inclusivity, diversity, clean skincare, and less plasticized beauty and more natural beauty. And those are the top 5 trends we see right now becoming more popular in the beauty industry going forward. The subtle shift has already started. The trends are going that way. Probably speed up over time. Maybe in a few years, people look back now and go, "Oh wow, boy, they pegged that sucker." Or they're pretty close. They got 3.5 out of 5, or 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 5. Bam.
Oh, and Chad, I'm sure there's going to be those people that want to continue enhancing themselves through unnatural means. That's probably always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
But there's also going to be
a lot of it is temporary results. A lot of it is, you have to keep going back again and again for Botox. And the tox actually is mean toxin. Hello. Remember, it's a neurotoxin, folks. So there are risks associated with some things. And I mean, you see a lot of folks, women that have removed implants over the years. And there's just a number of things to consider. Of course, we're not in that industry. So, yeah. But anyway, just to wrap things up, the future of beauty is transparent model wellness, technology, inclusivity, and appreciation for Mother Nature. Aging wisely, well, naturally, and beautifully. Women will begin to be appreciated for their natural beauty and who they are inside as a person, as well as, but also as a professional and a mother and a wife. I mean, you did well with that description. That's tremendous. So folks, if you're interested in learning more about what we offer, go ahead and comment on the social media below or give us a direct message. That's usually people's preferred ways. So DM on the social media, our email, evolveyourself@lotusevolutions.com, or you can see down here our website, lotusevolutions.com. Just reach out if you have any questions. We're happy to help. Otherwise, I think that's pretty good for this week, Keri. Okay.
That's a wrap for this week.
Okay. Sorry we're a few minutes late, folks, but we'll be back next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
On next week's Lotus Lounge. Dun, 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 dun.